All right, hey VC, I'm Jamie. Welcome back, and we're back with part 10 in the series of my CD box sets spotlighting the long box or long book format. So, pitter patter, let's get right to it. We're going to start off with a unique release. This is actually only a 2 CD box set, and this is Sam Cooke's SAR Records Story, 1959 to 1965. This came out on ABCO, and this came out in 1994. Now, SAR stood for Sam Cooke, Sam Alexander, and Roy, this was Sam Cooke's own record label that he started. It's a good thing there wasn't another person named S, or they'd have to call it the SARS Records, and that probably wouldn't have worn well over time. So, yeah, it was a label that Sam Cooke had put out to spotlight and showcase other artists. So there's just a sprinkling of Sam Cooke material on here. Mainly, it spotlights the other artists on the repertoire, on the roster here. Some great acts, including the Womack Brothers, young Billy Preston, also Johnny Taylor was on here, and the Valentinos that had the original hit "It's All Over Now," which was later covered by the Rolling Stones. You got the Soul Stirrers, of course. Sam Cooke was very much associated with that group. As I mentioned, Johnny Taylor. Yeah, so some really interesting acts. This is really nice, early '60s R&B soul. And a very nice presentation, a nice slipcase like this. Even though Sam Cooke is predominantly featured here, there's not a lot of Sam Cooke material on here. Just the 2 CDs in the very long box format. And then the booklet just slips out like that. And a very nice booklet that's included with some vintage photos. And there you go. So Sam Cooke, and yeah, nice box set. Okay, and another nice box set. Boy, Ken Burns Jazz. This is the 5 CD box set, spotlighting the music from the PBS series, which was an outstanding series. Some didn't care for it. Like anything, you could argue with jazz artists that were either overlooked or not spotlighted, or different subgenres of jazz that they should have maybe taken a little bit more time with. But overall, as a presentation, the jazz series with Ken Burns was outstanding. And this is the 5 disc box set that came out in year 2000. This is with Sony Legacy and Verve. Really nice overview. And a very nicely presented box set. They also released individual CDs spotlighting various artists that were also available, but this was the big overview. Okay, and then it simply opens up like this, and then the booklet's just inside, not attached or anything like that. And then it opens up like this. I chose to put the hype sticker here for whatever reason. The songs that define jazz, nearly 100 recordings over 5 hours of music on 5 CDs. Very nice. And a quick look at the booklet. Again, spotlighting all the songs with various write-ups on the songs, and then a nice overview. And some vintage photos. Okay, now here is some interesting packaging. The music's fantastic. The packaging, I'm not quite so sure. I know Mazzy has shown these. The Beatles, the Capitol albums, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And this spotlights the albums from 1964 and 1965, the Capitol releases. So these were the North American releases for the Beatles albums. So let's take a look at Volume 1. This one came out in 90? It says on here somewhere. 2004. Okay, sorry, 2004 on here. So this is the Capitals albums, Volume 1. So those are the albums spotlighted. And what's really nice is they include both the stereo and mono mixes, which is great. Okay, so there you have that. So you can see it. It's in kind of a long slipcase here. So it slips out like this. Okay, so we have that. And then it's packaged kind of like this or like this. And for this, you have to be careful because they have the book in the one side here and then the CDs here. So if you're not careful, the CDs could slip like right out as you're taking it out. Like if you haven't got maybe the CDs up this way and you pull this out, those CDs can slip right out. Now the CDs are all nice replicas of the albums. No sleeves inside. And they do have nice spines on them, but no writing on any of the spines, which is a little disappointing. So they're all nice spines on there, but there's no writing on any of the spines. And then they simply slip back in one side like this, and then the booklet is sort of inserted like that. It pops out like that, and then the booklet's like this. And generally a nice write-up. CD-size booklet, but generally not a bad booklet overall. But again, fantastic music. So then for the second volume, which came out in 2006, the same style. So here, of course, are the great albums spotlighted. Don't know if you can hear the wind in the background, but recording this on a very windy day. Okay, so there you have that. And then this slips out the same sort of way. We'll just put that down there. But then they did a slight change. Instead of having them on the ends, they opened it up and had it in the middle, which they probably should have done the first time. And so the CDs slip out like that. It would have, at least the CDs wouldn't fall out as you take them out. And what's interesting, again, continuing with the sort of LP replicas, but then they decided to print on the spine. Maybe other people noticed on volume 1. So on volume 2, they decided to print the album titles on the spine, which is nice. Then we've got that. And they all have this sort of apple look to it. And they're not, so Help is not a gatefold. It's like that. And then the Beatles, 6. And then Beatles, early Beatles. Okay, so there you have it. Again, great music, very odd packaging with regards to that. Now I'll show you a quick look at the booklet. Again, like you open it up like this, and then the booklet's inside. And then it's very much in the same style of the booklet in volume 1. Okay, and moving right along, how about some Pretenders? Loved the Pretenders with Chrissie Hynde. This is Pirate Radio, 1979 to 2005. So this is a 4 CD plus DVD box set. And there's the track listing on the back there. It's certainly a nice box set, worthy of this band, for sure. And this came out on Rhino in 2006. And some interesting packaging for this one. So it opens up like that. And then you've got the booklet in here. And initially it did have this slip thing on the back. Now, usually when they do something like this, then there's, they don't usually have writing. That's some sort of, artistic design. But it's exactly the same on the back. I'm not sure why they felt the need to include that. But there you have it. So some nice packaging for this. The booklet's in here, and then it opens up like this. And then the CDs are sort of all in these sort of individual little compartments, if you will. So you got, and the CDs generally look like that. And so you have that for CDs 1 and 2, and then CDs 3 and 4, like that. I don't know if you're able to take that all in. And then the DVD sits up in there. And then so there's an extra compartment here, which includes a poster. So we'll just pop that poster out and take a look. Now, it's not an LP size poster or anything like that, but it's kind of fun. And the poster. Pirate Radio. Lots going on there. Okay. Just pop that there for a second. And yeah, so then you have that poster there, and then you can see DVD, and then the poster is like that, and then they have that at the end. So it's quite a lot going on there. And then a quick look at the booklet for you. Like that. Such a great band. And nice that they decided on a 4 CD box set plus a DVD. Some of them, these 2 CDs or 3 CDs box sets for bands that definitely deserve 4 or 5 disc sets. Certainly a number of band members over the years. Okay, and there you go. Yeah, really nice box set. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Thanks so much for dropping by, and thanks for the comments on this. I've had a lot of fun presenting these box sets and rediscovering a few. Take care. Bye-bye.